So I think with this game, it'll give them more of an opportunity, but we'll have to wait and see as the teams will line up for our third and final game of the triple header. Squall won their game over the Surge earlier in a very fast-paced game. And yes, indeed, it is Smallwood going into the net for the Hooligans. And we are underway. This is very interesting. So we have two goaltenders that are normally runners but are in the net. So this is a very interesting setup. As the Hooligans try to drive to net, fantastic save by Tichiakamo. And wide angle is A and try to strike one in, and that's been the Hooligans' best chance all day. And sudden, pardon me, mistake. The goaltender in net for the Squall is actually
Watch
Paul
the body,
Missler.
4-3.
And if I'm right, that's his season debut. And Paul Missler is a very skilled goaltender. I can definitely tell you that. He was named best goaltender of the B division in the local league. So you're going to be seeing a lot of agility in net for the Squall.
Interesting to see, but right away, Austin Williams and Joseph Shaw get the first scoring opportunity of the game.
Score!
I don't even know if that hit
Robin
I
Josh
spoke too soon.
Quick draw McCraw, and the Squall are up 1-0 after 45 seconds.
I spoke too soon. After the Hooligans got a good chance on one end, immediately responded the other way, and the Squall take the lead.
And just like that, just in a moment's notice, the Squall find a hole, but that was just a great wrist shot, great accuracy looking through the screen. That goes off of Gunnar Knight, and he makes a block. Good! But the Hooligans did have a great opportunity at the net on Paul Missler. There's a shot at Missler with a save. Like I said, the Hooligans do have the offense. They were just trying to look for the chances, as that will be driven up to Sunit Ahmed, who will throw one to the opposite corner. Shepard trying to race this one down, but will be sent out of play, and we'll see where they drop this ball. It's going to come back to neutral, looks like.
Just goes to show you, it doesn't take much to score. And obviously, it's easy from where we're sitting, but Hooligans throwing a couple balls on net, and they just need to see more of that than they had last game, and I think they will have a better opportunity for some positive fortune.
And Ennis had a chance at the net, and the rebound almost landed at the right place. Lons back to Ennis at the top of the circle. He'll drop it off. Back in the point. Lons, slap shot, save by Smallwood. Ennis again. Be thrown right around the boards to Southern. Centers again and gave it away. Vinoski will drop it back behind his net, and we'll look for Brendan Moran. He'll just reverse it right back, but it's back to Lons for the Squall, and he'll center up, looking for Southern. Left corner, drop back to Lons again. Centers, and that's blocked by Harberton. And almost had a break, but it is Ennis sending it down the floor. But he sent it from below his blue line, and it's icing against the Squall.
We'll see if this is another one of those situations for the Hooligans where if they're just that step behind or their passes just aren't as crisp as they need to be. We're already seeing the Squall closing in on them, just like we saw with the Crowns. So they've got to be really careful with their spacing and make sure that they're getting away from the defenders.
Thanks, sir.
Well, the Hooligans have definitely had the better chance. Oh, look out, breakaway the other way. Justin Viverito. And dangles and scores! Highlight reel goal! Justin Viverito outdinks Smallwood and makes it 2-0.
9 unassisted.
Have we ever had a situation where an MVP wins MVP twice in a day? Take a look at this. Right there on your left-hand side, cuts in, There's the move right there. Boom, backhand, chops it up and diving. That one goes in. It's 2-0.
I got a feeling that's going to be on the highlight reel for this week. In the meantime, Rich to Frost, shot, score! Kevin Frost snites it, top right corner, 3-0, only 3 minutes into the game.
Frost, by the way, we got some behind the scenes.
I got 13
He
kicks.
already ran a 5K this morning, and he's got a torn ACL, and he's playing in his second game today.
That is good. I mean, Kevin Frost has been one of the most physically fit players. And and I think that ACL has just been agitated. He's down.
Looks like he's in some discomfort, but
Oh, I see. The door was left open. And he fell through.
he looks like he's okay. But again, he ran a 5K this morning, and he actually had it planned before. There you see right there. It was planned before the schedule came out, but
Yeah, no zone,
he
no
made a
zone.
promise that he was going to do it. He was talking with cameraman Joey Delgado this morning, or this afternoon rather, and Joey said, he seemed fine. Cool. Go run a race. Go play some hockey. Whatever. Guy's a beast.
And Greg Shepard almost had a chance at the net. But the Hooligans come back the other way. DeVito tries to center up for Jordan Shaw, but it goes wide. Sunit Ahmed the other way with a shot down low. Save by Smallwood. He'll hold on.
Thanks, sir.
Nice save there down on the butterfly. Smallwood again, like we've been seeing today. Goaltenders, you let him behind you, you make the save. It doesn't matter. You face each shot as it comes to you. So nice stop there by Smallwood.
And the thing that he needs to do is just try to forget the first couple of minutes of the game, as he's still got a long ways to go. And that one's sticked away as the Hooligans trying to get an attack on the net. They've had a couple of good chances at Missler. It's been quiet since then. As Shepard will chip it across the line, and they will go for a change. Maddox will cross over to Obachon. Centers up, was looking for Minoski, but got broken up by a double team. It is held in by Obachon, though.
Yeah, let's go!
Obachon with a shot, and that's blocked.
Intentional.
But they call.
Ryan, were they still off when he caught?
They're calling.
I think
it
that was offside.
It looks like.
Yeah, that was tough because there was two players deep in the zone, and I was trying to wonder why they stopped up at the blue line like that. But if you listen, you could hear the officials say off, 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 and just barely caught offside, and the Hooligans just can't catch a break.
A one-timer from Southern goes wide. Below the goal line. Goes back. And it's a shot, and that's stopped by Smallwood. Left corner.
Great save.
Good move, ref.
As Daniel Maddox tries to feed up and almost hit one in his own net, but Smallwood covers it up as we are approaching the halfway point of the first period.
Hooligans didn't exactly have the start they wanted to this game, but you just got to stay focused, recenter yourself, and just start chipping away and try to get one.
And it's back over to the Squall for just a moment as it's going to be Ennis with a shot, and he scores! Top shelf! And it's a 4-0 game, and we're only halfway through the first.
What a wicked finish, and there you see Smallwood's not happy with himself for that one.
I just saw that.
That was just a seeing eye shot, a great blast by Ennis.
And it is getting ugly early as the Hooligans trying to turn things around. I mean, they've had a better offensive game, but again, they just continue to be outplayed on their defensive end. Is Mike Rich will try to get away from a triple team. And take away again, Corrigan with a wrist shot, glove save, and Smallwood cover.
Good cover, good cover. Here we go, Jets, right here behind you. Let's go.
Trying to build something off of a save here, but really, it's just the Squall continuing to hammer. You know, they're feeling good because this is clearly
Here we go.
different than what they faced with the Surge, and they're still in that sort of higher gear, it looks like, as they're just buzzing right now, looking pretty comfortable.
Look out, here comes a breakaway, unless, great speed to break that up. And Martin Witt shuts down that breakaway. And Harvington trying to at least get something, but Baron Modi steals it away. Shot, glove, save by Smallwood with 4 minutes remaining.
Change purple. Change
Just
purple.
continuing to hammer, just more and more pressure from the Squall. Again, if there's a word that I would use to describe them, they said they look comfortable.
All right, here we go.
And it seems that way.
No, 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 no. 6, let's
A little
go.
bit of confusion on the Hooligan side. They had one too many on the floor, but they get that straightened out. Back to Frost. He already has one for the day. It's Lon, centers up for Viverito, who misfires. Southern around Albachon for the Hooligans. They're trying to look for Gunner Knight, broken up by Viverito. Southern crosses, shot, save, rebound, score! As the Squall just continue to pile it on 5-0 with 3:34 remaining.
Was that Viverito?
Let's see what they say. I don't have the word yet.
Let's go, White. Let's go, White.
They're giving it to Lons, it looks like. Oh, excuse me. Yes, it is Viverito.
Thought that's what it looked like from here.
And here comes Rich. As that is broken up. Kept in though, but the Hooligans do push it out. And Rich will play it off the boards. Tries to look for a shot.
No!
And it's still loose. Where is it? It is covered up by Smallwood. And he is just trying
Over here.
to patch up the bleeding.
This is brutal. They're getting hammered, but still trying to hang on with 3:06 here just in the first period alone, already 5-0.
And a shot from Witt is saved, and second chance is stopped again by Smallwood. That shot was coming from Rich. With a shot save, Smallwood just trying to bail out the boat as the storm just continues to just batter the Hooligans. Back it goes, and they attempt to get to the net. Tries to break through a couple. Modi with a chance, that's blocked. Ahmed from behind the net, looking to wrap around. It was covered up by Harvington. And down the floor it goes, and an icing against the Hooligans. But now it comes down to, you give up 5 goals in the first period. What do you tell your team at the intermission to try to really just get this game under control?
I mean, you got to take it one shift at a time, right? You can't score 5 all at once. So it's not, hey, let's come all the way back. It's let's have a good shift. Let's have a good 30 seconds. Let's win the face-off. Let's connect some passes. Let's simplify.
Good.
Well, let's see if they decide to make those changes.
Playing the ball. Playing the ball.
Maybe not at intermission, but as soon as possible. But Jocks keeps it in, but the Hooligans just running into the same issues as before. As the shot goes wide, rebound opportunity, not going to have a chance.
Come through.
And it will be over to the right corner. Modi will take it from the right circle. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the first period. And now the Hooligans try to clear zone. Harbison tried to clear it, was blocked. Now Jordan Shaw, and did it get a stick? No, it did not, and it will be coming all the way back.
It's just emblematic of the issues that they've been having all day and all season. You can't connect passes, you're not going to have a whole lot of success in this league.
And with 1:34, the Hooligans just trying to find something to break this up, and a shot just gets the glove of Smallwood, bounces right in front, and that's stopped. DeVito chips to the right corner, but it ends up going out of play, and they're going to tell the Hooligans they cannot change because it was behind the blue line.
He's neutral. You got a ball, Brian?
It's more of the same. You see Nick DeVito, and without even seeing his face, you can just feel his posture. He's dejected, and I don't blame him.
Take one step back. There you go.
And that's been the least of his worry. I mean, he's not the only one. The whole team has been just going, what do we have to do
Come through.
to get things to go our way? In the meantime, crossing over to Viverito.
Here with you.
Who's had a very hot day, and a shot on the wraparound saved by Smallwood. And a shot, and that one goes.
That was early. He had it, she trickled.
And that's going to stay out, and a lucky break for the Hooligans.
No kidding. I thought they'd pick the corner there with a minute to go.
Yeah, I thought that went in too, but yeah, the refs have that perspective, and no, it never did. With less than a minute remaining, and the Hooligans just looking to try to escape out of the period and try to limit the damage that's already been done. Squall in the zone is back to Kevin Frost. Off to Southern, off a stick, but to Lodge, who scores! A bomb from the point, and the Squall have put up a 6 in only the first period.
The captain with an exclamation point to close out the first beats Smallwood glove side. And what can you say? It's just been the perfect, ideal effort for the Squall.
Get the doors. Square.
A perfect storm, so to say. And credit it to our producer who came up with that joke. As that will be down the floor.
Good.
And that will be it. And the Hooligans, that couldn't have come any sooner. Down 6-0 in only the first period. I cannot remember a time where that has ever happened before.
It will be a miracle at this point if the Hooligans even make it to the third period. I'd say the wheels are coming off, but I don't know. This boat is sinking.
For that chip out, because it's usually in, I think it's your player bench. I don't think it's the.
You put wheels on your boat?
Let me.
Don't think too hard about it.
I could be mistaken too.
So what are you hearing from the Squall bench right now?
Well, they're just relaxed right now. They are all smiles right now, and the yeah, they can't. This is just going to be smooth sailing the rest of the way for them, and who knows if they're just going to keep piling it on, because it would be a very quick game if they just kept putting on the goals.
Yeah, now they, like I said from the beginning, really we saw it in their game earlier this evening / afternoon against the Surge. They just look comfortable out there. And if anything, that's just continued. And they found their game in the second period against the Surge, and they have not let up. On the meantime, the Hooligans are just struggling to stay afloat here.
And we're going to have a goaltending change. Cunningham is going to come into the game.
So it's basically our interpretation of if that's defensive or not.
So we'll see if
Will we
Cunningham
call it delay a
can
game if they were in front of the line?
stabilize the ship.
If they were in front of the blue line, will we call it delay a game? I think we'll just call it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll see. There's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of work to be done.
But now I just wonder what the Squall are gonna do, because they have a big lead. And I know that we usually advise against letting up, but they've just been in full control of this game. And the Squall are just going to send this one all the way down, and it will be an icing against Squall.
I got it. Thank you.
So if you're the Hooligans in a situation like this, you just got to throw the game out, throw the game state out, and say, hey, what do we got to do? We got to win the draw. That's what we got to do. We got to win the faceoff.
And as it is a 6-goal deficit, the clock now runs, which has carried over from the first period, which again, I don't think that's ever happened before in the NBHL. But right now, the first state of mind of the Hooligans is try to get that clock to stop, and the only way to do it is to score a goal. But the problem is that the possession has just not been their way, and that's been a long-standing problem.
No ice!
As that will be down the
On the
floor.
wall with the 3-2 behind you.
Pelka will play it off the board, stretches to Rich, poke down the zone. Arviton will just backhand it up, but will be held in by Jocks. Rich on the high slot, now passes right to Modi. Drops back to Martin Witt. A return pass to Modi. They will go off on a change. Back and forth they go, and a shot from Modi, and a save by Cunningham. We already mentioned that in the previous game where he made an appearance, he had a great
No.
first
Stepped on it.
as DeVito slips and he is hurt. And that is bad news for the Hooligans. That's their best player.
I'm gonna give him one on that. I'm gonna give him a whistle for that because
He went down awkwardly and then tried to get up.
Time go here.
Man, he's really struggling. I saw him go down, and then
Yeah, what happened
he
was
attempted to
he
stand.
slipped. And
Let me get one.
he may have twisted his ankle going
Hey,
down.
right here, boys.
because
Right here.
He was trying
come out.
to
Let's be
hold
here.
his own on entry as the Hooligans coach is going to come out and check with him.
Yeah, he's really struggling.
But if
I know normally we kind of wait on that whistle, but he
But
actually
if
whistled
the,
right away.
he's going to need assistance getting
Just letting you guys
off.
know that's what happened.
If the situation hasn't been bad enough already,
Give him a
and
sec.
he's
He will
trying
do
to
that.
walk it off on his own. Yes, the situation hasn't been bad enough already for the Hooligans. It's just got worse.
One more. All right.
At least he was able to get up and off under his own power.
That's the good news, and we will check on his status as the game progresses. But that doesn't change the game situation as far as the Hooligans are concerned.
Good,
They
no
still
ice.
need to get a goal to stop that clock. As Ennis will play it around the boards over to Martin Witt. Taking a quick look, and now I'll pass it to Modi on the left wing,
Here with you.
along with Shepard and Ahmed. Modi with a shot, save. Cunningham is stuck in his
Got in
equipment
the pad somewhere.
as the Squall just continue to throw shots on net. And for the Hooligans, it's just been a dark cloud over them the entire day.
Even a bright spot like Cunningham in their first game wasn't able to get much done, and so much so that he's forced back out here now in the second game.
And And it just got worse for them as Jux gets his
32-29.
second of the game, and it's now a 7-0 game, and now they are 1 goal away from a mercy rule.
Like I said at the intermission, it'll be a miracle if they can make it to the third period.
Just no call. Thank you.
So now, what happens with the Hooligans from this point on?
Yeah, I'm just getting out of the way. Trying to get out of the way, boys.
Now they have to score, and they need to do everything in their power to keep this game going. As
I got the
Lons
rocket.
will
Good.
send it around the boards.
Come through, Purple. Come through.
Southern centers up for Bibarito on the left circle. Centers up for Lons. One-timer save! Gary Cunningham as he keeps this game going. And shot, score, game over. It is Southern to put the final dagger on, and the Squall will have a 8-0 win in a Category 5 storm over the Hooligans.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That is a tough loss to take for the Hooligans, coming on the heels of the last one, and now a huge win for the Squall as they try to keep pace with the Crowns, and really it just makes me want to see those two match up again. But in the meantime, what is there to say? That was one of the most dominant performances we've seen by any team in any division so far, not just this year, but last year as well.
And considering that they had just faced the Crowns, I mean, we thought that was a dominant performance, but this was a whole different story. They won this from the very first period, heck, the first 3 minutes of the game. So this has just been a season that the Hooligans just can't get a hold of, and now they really have got to dig themselves out of the hole. But as for the Squall, who knows where they're going to rank on the power rankings. They were ranked at number 7, I believe, I last checked, and I think that they're making an argument that they should be top 5, but there's still a whole season to go, and the Squall are just that good.
No kidding. And I really do feel like it reminds me a lot of Chicago last year, where you had two teams that were just head and shoulders above, and we're kind of seeing a little bit of that right now, although the Surge definitely made a statement for themselves. I thought they had a decent chance here, but at the end of the day, we saw two powerhouse teams show why they are powerhouse teams, and almost certainly one of the two of them is going to find their way to the Milet Cup. So to wrap things up with this broadcast, the question then is, who do we look at for our MVP for Game 3? Because you got the hat trick with Viverito, you got the hat trick with Ingles, and then, I mean, Jacques had 2 goals in that game, but it felt like just kind of everyone was sharing the love here. So who do you look at as for MVP for that third game?
This is really difficult because it was a very quick game, and it was just the entire Squall team has just been dominant. But I have to give it to Robin Jacques. It's not too often that we see a defenseman score 2 goals in a game, and there's just a whole lot of factors I could put in as far as any other one. But I think the fact that the defensemen were the ones to really put this game in the bag for the Squall. I mean, it's like I said at the top of the show, the Squall have an offensive-minded defense. They love to shoot from the point, and they love to attack the net. And because of that, it makes them a very hard team to catch up with. So this game, it's got to be Robin Jacques for MVP.
Yeah, I think that's very reasonable, and hard to catch up with, no joke. I mean, they jumped out to that 3-0 lead at the beginning, and they just never let go. So then, if we're ranking our 3 stars of the show, where do you see Jacques, Viverito, and Ingles lining up?
This is going to be a tough one because this has just been an all-offensive showing. I have to rank these based on how they impacted their games. And this is, like I said, it's a really tough one, but I got to go with Robin Jacques for the 3rd star of the day, just based on the dominant performance. I mean, he had a very good game, but it was a quick one, and it was just a whole all-around team effort. 2nd star of the game, I have to go to Ingles who has the hat trick, but again, it was more of a team effort, and Ingles just had his day. But Justin Viverito, I'm going to have to go with the #1 star of the day for the very reason that it was a very, very high-paced game, very highly contested despite what the score had said. And Viverito, you got to go back to the deflection. That deke he showed earlier in the game, just a very skillful player. And I just have to wonder, has this got the attention of all the other Tier 3 divisions? Because we have Detroit, we have the Pacific Northwest, we have California, we have Philadelphia. So is this one that is going to make everyone take a look at Carolina and just say, we need to be having a close eye on them?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's got to be exciting for you getting to be home, getting to be on location, repping Carolina and getting to see that, yeah, there is some genuine talent out here. So kudos to Justin Viverito, #1 scorer in the Carolina division as of right now. We'll see if anything else happens, because picked up a couple points in that third one too. But that's going to do it for us here in Carolina. Of course, Daniel Wilson there on site. So excited to be back in action. And remember, stay with us the rest of the season as we take you through summer and the road to the Milet Cup. For everyone with the league, Anthony Sanrocco, Gianni Sanrocco, TJ Janis, Matt Strebeck, Lindsay Maychek, Justin Coet, Anjanette Rieger, Joey Delgado, Daniel Wilson, I've been Chris Blair. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.